Welcome back to Nico's Imports. Today we're going to be finishing up our good old little Folger E30, our supercar BMW. We're going to fix this ugly fitment in the back, get this done, get it dealt with, do our rest of our 5-lug swap. Since you guys saw the first part of it on the front, if you didn't, somewhere up here, well, I don't know, wherever it's going to go, Alex will probably put it in the link. Go click on that, go watch that. It just basically me struggling for about 3 hours, but you get to see it in 15 minutes or 20 minutes. I don't really know how long that video is, but today we're just going to try to finish this up, get the fitment looking better, do our 5-lug, put the nice good old 17-inch lightweight wheels in the back, and then do a little bit of B-roll and get some pictures on it. Probably post it on our Instagram or Snapchat, blue, blah, blee, ha, something. But yeah, let's get into it.
Well, I'm inside the wheel well. This thing, wide body cars are kind of hard to work on, it looks like, because you can't really film inside these things. Right now I'm disconnecting the shock so I can get the suspension out. Unfortunately, both our impacts are mostly dead. Well, one of them is dead. The other one just doesn't fit inside here. So, I'm back. Like I was saying, I just unbolted the shock. We got these nice Bilstein shocks, which is kind of cool. Matches the front because those are Bilsteins. We have our control arms in our trunk, which I've had for a while now. Please don't come to my car and steal my stuff, but don't mind that. But we have our wide body control arms with our nice bushings in the back already replaced. Yeah, this, as it falls, this is the other side. I don't know why I just took out the wrong side. Now we have the right side. So here is our, a bunch of stuff just came out of it. Our driver's side, this should be, give or take, about a good, like 2 inches more wide, so it should push out the wheel 2 more inches out, hopefully, or a lot more. If in this case, if it pushes out a lot more, I'll be super happy because I'll fill in this wheel well way more. So yeah, if you ever decide to do a wide body, you want to do cheaper wheels because bigger offset means wider stuff, or if you're not pushing much power and you want to do wide body, definitely go with the Z3, either 2.8s, 3.0s, or 2.3. But if you, like I said in the previous video, if you want to do narrow body, stock body, go with 1.9 liter Z3 arms, which is like the first couple years, or do a 318 Ti. I think the first couple years for the Z3 were 99, 98, and 97. Those all should be 4 cylinders. If I got that wrong, somebody correct me in the comments. I know there's a bunch of people that watch these videos are probably Z3 gurus. I've done the swap a bunch of times, but I just usually just look it up online really quick and then find the control arms and buy them. So yeah, let's get these on. Alex is gonna try to get the best angle that's not showing my butt the whole time, so we're gonna figure this out. My first step for this is gonna be taking off this little Allen bolt that holds our rotor in place. They're kind of a pain in the butt to find, so if you lose them, you'll probably be really irritated. In this case, we are going to pull off the caliper, take the caliper off, let it dangle like I did last time in the front, take this rotor off, disconnect all the e-brake stuff, and then you can start working on the CV axle, the 2 bolts on the other side for the actual control arm, slide that girl out, put the new one in, slide it back in with the spring on there. You probably do have to lower your rear subframe, which is kind of the irritating part about this job. Always had to lower it and jack it back up and lower it. So if you do have 2 jacks, that is recommended, or if you have 2 jack stands holding the car up and then you have your jack, you can do that too. I'm gonna start taking out the caliper. I already got the little bolt off, so we got it off. As you can see, my caliper's dangling here. Actually, these might work on my Z3 control arms, which is kind of surprising. I never knew they actually worked on them. I don't know yet. We're gonna figure it out because I got the wrong calipers. I ordered them separately, so we're gonna figure out if this all works. But right now, we're gonna disconnect our brake pads, the brake shoes, from the bottom part. You just gotta get the e-brake cable and swing it all the way out. So my best bet would be unbolting it from the top, and you could probably pull that wire a little bit more. So we're gonna do that. My center console's already out, so I won't really be showing that, but it's super easy. You just pull your e-brake center console out, and then you unscrew the, I think it's like 7mm bolts. So we're gonna go do that really quick, and yeah. So I got our dust brakes off, or not dust brakes, sorry, our drum brakes part of it off with our brake shoes. I got the CV axle unbolted. This took me about like 20 minutes, not like super long. So the B-roll's gonna be really short on it. Next up is lowering the subframe, which I think are 2 21 bolts on each side, and then there's Allen wrenches on the side. I don't know what size Allens those are, but I know they're like not super big. But they're gonna be the side ones. Unbolt those first, and then unbolt your big chunky bolt on the bottom. After this, you have to unbolt these 17mm bolts on each side, and you should be able to slide it all out. Don't forget your brake cable that sits in the back. That is super important. You will destroy stuff if you try to rip it out without it, or stress out the brake lines. We don't have any upgraded brake lines for this thing, so we're just gonna put the stock ones back on because they're not like broken or anything. It was off of a low mileage car because I did do the swap already. I did a disc brake swap. I had drums on it originally, and I like first week of I did that swap because I didn't want drum brakes. I was not going to replace those. So most of my stuff is pretty like loose already to begin with. You might struggle if it's never been switched out. But yeah, let's get into it. We're going to fully finish this out and pull this control arm out. After a little bit, we took this off. Right now I'm working on getting the control arm off. If you guys can see my setup from here, hopefully you guys can. It's I have a 19 wrench on the bolt on the nut side, and then a 19 socket on the other side. I broke it loose, and I ripped it off, and now I'm unbolting it slowly. For the other side, you want to do the same thing. Just flip your socket on this side and your wrench on the furthest side and break that one loose. You can see my actual lower subframe is halfway unbolted. It's sagging right now, which is probably not good for the bushings, but my bushings are clapped anyways. So I lowered it all the way down as much as I can. I pushed down on it, pulled the spring out, and then we're just going to work on taking this whole thing off as a unit and then putting the other one back on. So that was like 20 minutes of my life. I cut myself, and we have this cool little band-aid on right now. But yeah, fully off now. And I'm just gonna yank this cold thing off, and then we are gonna get the other control arm bolted on, and it should be pretty easy. Basically, you just do everything you did on backwards. I'm still gonna go over it because I know a lot of people get confused on rear control arm stuff. It's kind of a pain in the butt if you know what you're doing. But yeah, as you can tell, probably not the smartest idea, but my brake line is leaking all over my exhaust. So you can put that in a little baggie. I'd recommend that. I don't really get it, so I didn't cuss, totally not. But we are gonna just do this as fast as we can now. Okay. It's leaking brake fluid everywhere, dude. Can't have that here. All right, cool. All right, so we got our Z3 control arms on. It looks like it's already offset pretty far out, so I think we're gonna be all set for the wide body. It looks like we're maybe like from the actual fender down here, maybe like 4 or 5 inches, which is great. So we're definitely offsetting way more. Unfortunately, our calipers didn't fit. I guess E30 calipers do not fit Z3 control arms, which sucks. I did order Z3 calipers, but they sent me the wrong ones. So we're gonna do no calipers for now, and then probably do an update video of me putting it all back together, putting maybe Brimbos on it or something. Next step is putting your CV axles in. Remember, you do have to swap the CV axles for Z3 CV axles. Do not forget that. We're gonna install those, then we're gonna install our spring, and then we should be all set after that. We're just gonna bolt this all back up, put our e-brake cable back in, and this side will be done. We can put the wheels on, and I'm gonna put like maybe a 15mm spacer on it to see if I can get it to clear perfectly so it doesn't look like a hovercraft. Yeah, we'll be right back. Okay, I got the CBX one. They're 8mm Allen wrenches. Got those all bolted on. They're kind of snug right now. I would definitely torque them down to spec. I have broken CV axles because I didn't tighten them down enough. Even if you tighten them down like to your strength, definitely not enough, or at least put Loctite in it. Had that issue with my 944. We did impacts on it and the impact wasn't strong enough, and turns out it broke a whole bolt off of it. So definitely be careful with that if you're making more power. This is a 4-cylinder, won't make more power. And we're probably gonna swap the diff out when we do the V8. So yeah, got the CV in. CV in looks great. I'm gonna put the spring back in, the rotor on, and then we should be all set after that. And we're gonna see how the fitment of the car looks like. I know a lot of people are excited to see it not be a hovercraft. So yeah, let's see. All right, guys, so now we're on the passenger side. I forgot what side we're on, but we're gonna do the same thing we did on the other side, swap this all over. I'm gonna start out with unbolting the shock, which I just did already off film. Next step is unbolting the lower subframe. And it looks like I left the Allen bolts on this side, so gotta do that now. I don't die doing this. Yeah, just gonna B-roll it. All right, so 15 minutes of struggling trying to get the brake line off because the back brake line wouldn't come off. The one that sits behind the control arm, I'm gonna lift this up so you guys can see this one right here. Oh gosh, you probably can't see. There we go. This one right up here that goes from the actual car to the actual control arm. That was a pain in the butt. I would just have to say. I hated that super much. It was super much. I hated that a lot. Yeah, we're gonna screw this back on and get this all bolted back on. That took me like 15 minutes to get that brake line off. I should have been done with this like 15 minutes ago. But here we are, still doing it. I did forget to say, you do have to bend this brake line because it does come out the other way for the Z3, and the E30 comes out from here. So this will go like this. So you wanna flip this around and bend it like this. The lines are pretty bendable. Just be careful not to like bend it too much, just go slow. Yeah, let's get to installing this. Really tired now. After about, I think it was like an hour, 45 minutes to do this side. It's all done now. We're gonna have to wait on the calipers to show up because we don't have them on there. So I'll be able to drive it today. We're not gonna be able to move it, so can't get into good position. But the fitment is definitely getting progressively better. And like, to be completely honest, now we're like from perfect fitment, like 2-3 inches away, so I can get some deep dish wheels, clear that all up. Same with the front, but I think it looks great with the 5-leg swap. Way better than 14-inch wheels on it. I think the 17s look great, especially lightweights. I am definitely gonna do some crazy wheels on this thing. You guys just wait. Valiant Wheels will be making the wheels, which is my own company. So if you guys need custom wheels, please contact me. Just contact me on Instagram. That'd probably be your best bet. We're still setting up the website so far, so just on there I can do all the stuff through there. Website should be up in a couple weeks though. But yeah, we are all set for this. See you guys later, and hopefully by the next time we're doing a motor swap or some interior stuff on this thing.